Facebook, and of course, YouTube. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, we have a really packed show for you today. As you know, our first and really special segment is called The Good Stuff. And this is where we give you stories of inspiring sons and daughters of the soil who are doing big things and who are impacting the world. So I'm going to get right to it. I take you to the news day first. Steel bands play at Buku on Sunday. To commemorate World Steel Pan Day, a celebration has been planned for the Buku Integrated Facility Car Park, Tobago, on Sunday from 7:30 p.m. That lineup includes reigning medium band panorama champions Cats and Jammers, NLCB Buccaneers, Plymouth Bethesda Steel Sensation, Alpha Pan Pioneers, First Citizen Tobago Panthers. Of Tobago's celebration, Ramsey Moore told the Newsday, "We have to do something on the island to celebrate the achievements of Trinidad and Tobago." She went on to say that this is a significant achievement for the nation. So in Buku, we are going to showcase the steel pan again on the Tobago stage. Yes, indeed. You guys want to check that out. World Steel Pan Day is something that we need to commemorate, and we need to honor our national instrument. Again, Scotia donates pans to schools. So we're continuing on the theme of steel pan and steel pan appreciation in the country of Trinidad and Tobago. For over 40 years, Scotiabank has supported the promotion of the national instrument through contributions to numerous independent, unsponsored steel bands during the carnival season, and the support of pan education amongst youth, the bank said in its media release. Schools and community groups have benefited from donations of equipment to their pan education programs. Febu Government Primary and Guayco Presbyterian benefited from new pans, uniforms, and other ancillary needs, which in 2022, Scotiabank's donation to the Rotary Club of Port of Spain. So you definitely want to take that in as we continue to appreciate and commemorate World Steel Pan Day. A little bit of snorkeling. I'm going to take you to the Daily Express, guys. Snorkeling at Pirates Bay. If you can see that wonderful, beautiful footage there, it goes on to say, to leave the beautiful beach of the village of Charlottesville, where seabirds provide entertainment and schools of fish play on the surface of the water, you'd think it cannot get any better than that. However, a 15-minute trek over a small bluff on the eastern side of the bay and descent over 150 steps down to a smaller beach is where you would find yourself admitting that it does not get any better than that. Just like the Charlottesville Beach, Pirates Bay is the part of the large Man-o-War Bay, a picturesque indentation forming the northernmost part of Tobago. So you guys need to check out the Daily Express and the Newsday for more of these inspiring stories. Remember, on Brunch, my brothers and sisters and my kings and queens, our duty is to inform and empower and also to educate. So we want to thank you so much for joining us today. We now take a break, and when we come back, we look at our second segment, which is Life Diaries. Today, we speak with none other than Gilbert Happy O'Connor and his journey in arts and culture. So you guys don't want to miss that. We also have accomplished musician Kashif Wilson will be joining us today. You definitely don't want to miss that. Our resident pianist and musical enthusiast, Mr. Duvon Stewart, is going to be gracing the brunch set. And also Mr. Brian Thomas, Tobago. We say hello to you and we look forward to talking with you today about World Steel Pan Day. We're going to take a break and we're going to be right back with more brunch, a taste of Tobago.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Full disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates. Real questions and honest conversations with the sole aim of keeping you fully in the know. Full disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates.
Summerama, real steam for the summer standard. Is a dream for the summer. Dream is teeny standard. What you have? What you have? All the best deals, no drama. Standard be beat like a hammer. Go tell your friend, tell your papa, tell your mama. We got more, we got more. Standards are what is searching for. Quality brand, discounts galore. New things for the summer, online and store. Summertime is here, so make the most out of it at Standard. Never beaten on quality and price. It's nice.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and low, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and low. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
Summerama, real steam for the summer standard. Is a dream for the summer. Dream is teeny standard. What you have? What you have? All the best deals, no drama. Standard be beat like a hammer. Go tell your friend, tell your papa, tell your mama. We got more, we got more. Standards are what is searching for. Quality brand, discounts galore. New things for the summer, online and store. Summertime is here, so make the most out of it at Standard. Never beaten on quality and price. It's nice.
All soca lovers, stand up. All soca lovers, stand up.
Are you flood ready? Monitor trusted sources for info. Wear protective gear when you clean up. Contact your insurance provider to assess the damage. An initiative to help people prevent, prepare, recover. TATIL, where people are people.
Inner Health, number 13B, Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago, With over 25 years experience offering services in and not limited to microscopic blood analysis, reflexology, and the sale of a wide range of organic herbal products used to supplement thyroid, lymphatic, heart, kidney, and brain health, and the male and female reproductive systems. Come and chat with us. Remember, your health is your wealth.
From the experts that created the Zinger sandwich comes the KFC Crispy Barbecue Zinger.
The only one I see is you.
Cheddar cheese, crispy onions, the most delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken, and barbecue sauce. Get ready for a whole new level of flavor.
Back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Now, I am so honored. I am so humbled. I am completely ecstatic about my next guest. We had so many conversations in the past, and I have to give some credit, some accolades where those are due for me even sitting in the brunch couch this morning. I have to welcome Mr. Gilbert Happy O'Connor to the set of Brunch. Now, Happy, such a long journey, such a exciting, never a dull moment with you. But my viewers want to know about Gilbert O'Connor, the man. And so I'm going to take you back just a bit on your journey through not just art and culture, but through education. So for those of you who don't know, first and foremost, Happy is and still is forever an educator first. And so we're going to take just a short trip down memory lane. You know, where did it start for you in terms of education? And then we come into your art and culture journey. So let's start there.
Fantastic. And good morning to viewers all. And it's a pleasure to be here once again, and a pleasure to be here, especially with you, Lady
Yes,
J. You know?
We go way back.
Way back. And this journey through education, my journey through life, started many, many years ago. As a matter of fact, you know, I was reminiscing this morning, and I remembered when I was about 3 years old, I had a conflict with words. I asked my mom a certain question. I asked her, hey, where's my dad? Good. And she said, you know, both of us fall out. We fall out. Okay. And I was constantly looking through a window because, hey, little me, hey, we fall out. So it happened only fall out that window or some window. And I look in to see him come up and say, well, he fall out and went down in hell. There's a 3-year-old reason.
Yeah.
And my mother come back up and my father ain't come back up yet. So I'm looking to see when he busting through our rose plant root or something, you know. And words there. And then later on going to boys' school, a guy stole my roti. I was about age 9, 10.
Oh, my.
And when I went to complain about him, his stepfather asked me, he said, what do you want me to do him? Beat him or spare him? Well, those days, my uncle used to take me to cinema very often to see all those Apache pictures and, you know, spare. I say, spare him, brother Map, spare him.
Yeah.
So next day I go into school and I expecting to see this fella with plaster all the way. His kid come hugging me up. Yeah, hugging me up and telling me thanks, you know. So I run home quick to my mother and I say, hey, how many different types of spares it have? So happened, and I explained to her, and then she started. And from that, I had a love affair with words going along, words all along. So, and this took me into teaching. Although teaching wasn't my first love, I wanted to be a soldier.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had some issues to deal with. But happened as the fork in the road came, I went to teachers training college, Mausaka, 1969 to 71. And my first lesson in child psychology helped me to start to deal with my issues. And I, started looking at the burdens I was carrying as a youngster, because those are the same burdens the kids would be coming to school with, things that would have been affecting them since, before the age of articulation.
Yes.
And when I realized that, I said, oh God, boy, this is what I've been taught in. So I was able to clear myself of that baggage and prepare myself for my new mission in life, which is that of educating, nurturing. And some people think I'm a different type of teacher to the others. Even the guys in prison. I've done adult education at the prison for over 20 years, Tobago prisons. And they said, so why we couldn't have a teacher like you when we were going to school?
Yeah.
Good. And then that segued into culture. Because I spent 28, 29 years in teaching primary school from, I taught with your mom at Plymouth.
St. David's
Anglican School.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I was there from 1971 to 1988. And then at Bonaccord Post Primary Center from 1988 to 1999.
Right.
Then I went to culture from 1999 till about 2009. It was there at culture where we got a little closer when the whole crew from CC.
We came Civilian Conservation Corps. Yeah, they sent us. We did not know what we were coming to do. It was an on-the-job training program. And we came the first day. We didn't really do anything. And I think the second day, you came and you called us and you had a chat with us. And this is the thing about educators of your time. You come with a holistic approach. It's a holistic point of view. So you didn't just educate. At times you were a psychiatrist. At times you were like a lecturer. So there were different levels. There were various levels of your type of teaching. And I think it comes with experience. It comes with, that particular era. And so one of the things that would stand out for me is your holistic approach, because you then understand how you are supposed to navigate around certain issues, whether it's work ethic, basic things, getting to work on time, things like that. And we definitely had that with you. That is how we started. So with education, I think it spilled over. Even if you weren't involved in education and you went into culture, it kind of spilled over into what you taught us. And I am forever grateful. I would say that boldly and proudly for having a mentor such as yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And because at one time education and culture were linked together. And then being at culture, right, my mantra was TACT, T-A-C-T, Technology Assisted Cultural Transfer.
Nice.
So when you guys came and you thought you were going to be beating drums and dancing and stuff, no, I brought you into the room, we chatted, and we started categorizing those video CDs. And then we started learning how to use the digital cameras and put things together.
Making flyers and pictures.
Right. And you guys learn how to do video editing using Windows Movie Maker.
Yes.
That's where it started.
Yes,
and we interviewed your tutors up at Civilian Conservation Corps, and one thing led to the next. We had trainers come up from Trinidad eventually, O'Neill Davis and Alvarez, to take you to the next level. And here you are today, because the whole idea about TACT, we as always consuming what is sent to us from the outer world. And I've been, pulling my hair out ever since. Oh God, everything coming in from Hollywood, from Europe, everything. And we don't have anything at all. We don't have a product to sort of push back against them. And in the spirit of Brian Nancy, and I believe in Brian Nancy because Brian Nancy to me represented the third world, good? And he was the quintessential survivalist.
Yeah.
And Bear Lion and Tiger, and they were first world. And Nancy was able to utilize the technologies of the first world and the mindset of the first world to match wits with the lions and the first world tigers and even best them. So I said, if my people of Tobago could learn to use the technology of the first world, good, so that we can start to develop our own little cultural heritage, you know, movies and such, for which a lot of them were locked up in our calypsos. Incidentally, for the Rum Shop line, we did a reenactment of Stella. And for years, I've been begging people to do this Stella from Lord Nelson. It's only 3-4 minutes of reenactment. And we blew the place apart. Because there's a lot of drama there. And I thought that if I could get my people to learn how to use the technology, to learn to do video editing, we can start to package stuff and start to beam it back and have this resistance. Because people think that the resistance only finish when emancipation. No.
That's what
it went
people
on
think.
and on and on. And we have to find ways. I'm so proud of you guys, and I see you, you know, you get to this point, you get to this level.
Yeah,
and you take
definitely.
it to another, you know.
Yeah, but you definitely were a part of that journey. Holistically, and I have to keep using that word because it wasn't just one narrative with you. It was so much more. And you allowed us to be creative. You allowed us to navigate and explore, and our own creativity came about. Like, for instance, we did not know that we were going to be involved in TV or video production at the time.
No.
We just know that we were coming and we were being trained, you know, in certain disciplines, you know. And I look back on those days, and then it takes me back because I realize you were really, really preparing us for the world and telling our story as Tobagonian sons and daughters. Yeah? And for that, I am eternally grateful. I could not have gotten to where I am without mentors such as yourself. You know, and as I'm saying that, let's talk about your entry into Calypso, because that is one of the pivotal parts of who Gilbert O'Connor is. Happy, let's talk about you entering the Calypso arena.
Well, Happy entering the Calypso arena is one of those strange stories. I was voted least likely to succeed as a Calypsonian or anything in my family because I have a tight tongue. So they say. My grandmother and everybody in the family used to call me tight tongue Mopsy. If I had to start to sing, oh God, why do you shut your mouth, tight tongue mouth? Why do you go buy a blacksmith and get him to pong your tongue and a anvil? Good. I tried to dance, I danced it. They say I have 2 left foot, I can't dance.
Right.
You understand? So yeah, I was. But within me, there was always that artist wanting, that creator wanted to get out.
Yeah, wanting to emerge.
Yes, I am always down in the back singing, and when I get exuberant to the top of my voice, everything go and you hear them shout from up front, tight tongue Mopsy, shut up.
Yeah.
But I used to know all the calypsos on the radio because at that point in time, you only would have heard those for a short while because in those days, the radio was really for that announcement and BBC program and the little government programs. So when you hear calypso in between, you had to catch on to it. And I love those calypso, especially from Sparrow and Spoiler and these guys.
The greats.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you want that one. Well, let me give you this Sparrow one which stuck in my mind as a little fella growing up. And, you know, hey, little boy, let me tell you this. Don't be afraid, I'm not the police. You may not know me, but I want you to show me a girl down here they call Mildred. When I tell him, Mr. Mildred is my sister, he turned around and then he said, what you say? Tell your sister to come down, quick, I have something here for she. Tell she is Mr. Benwood Dick, the man from Sandy Grandy. She know me well, cause I guess she already, oh. and she must remember me. Oh. Go on, tell she Mr. Ben would come. And, you know, it was graphic. And those were the days before television. So when the composers were like those radio dramas, right? You ain't seeing any imagery, but from the word pictures painted, you could get the whole story.
The whole scene,
right?
The context.
Yeah. Good. So I was this Calypsonian, like a sponge, young fella getting. Hey, I went to Music Teachers Training College. And the guys came to my hostel early o'clock in the first week and say, hey, you have to represent the hostel, which was Fairhaven. You have to represent the hostel in the Calypso competition. I said, boy, I can't sing Calypso, but if my grandmother was here, she'll tell all you. They say, well, you have to sing because you're from Tobago, and all Tobagonians could sing Calypso. I said, and if you don't want to sing, if you don't intend to sing, we gonna cut your tail.
Oh, so you needed to sing.
When you talk, when you talk fight to me, you're talking fight. God tell you I wanted to be a soldier for certain issues.
Yeah.
Right? And I was ready to fight. Good. I'm Scorpio like you. Good.
Yes.
So when it comes to fight,
yes,
I'm going to fight.
Yeah, we go hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know who ended up badly wounded. But I left Mousica, go down by my uncle in Belmont. I spent about 4 hours, 5 hours, just to cool myself. And there's a funny thing where that adrenaline and that anger transforms itself into another form of creative energy.
Yes.
And by the time I got up to training college that night, about 7 o'clock, and the guys, I had about 5 verses in a calypso. Just like that. No paper, no pen. So when the guys came to compose, open up your door, open up, ready to compose, get pen and paper. I said, wait a minute, let me just give you a little thing. And I started to give them the first verse of what I had. Sometimes I just sit down so and wonder. This is one of the many thoughts I just ponder. Suppose one day the whole staff should all arrange to smoke some marijuana and start acting strange. The ministry go have to investigate to decide what might be Mount Sickers' fate. It gonna be a day of disgrace. See lecturers getting high in the place. Hey, just imagine the whole staff smoking, everybody burning, the phone operator, even the bursar. Boys, I'll die with laughter. But for the warden, I go be frightened. I don't know what he gonna do. He might say he dressed for his sport and run bout in his jockey shorts. So that was...
And that was where it started.
That was where it started. That was 1970. How many years ago? 70 and 30 and 23. That is what? 53 years ago. You understand? And, you know, so I became a favorite in the college. And when I was leaving training college, Mrs. Coffey said to me, that was the principal, because Mrs. Coffey was the, oh boy, the exemplar where encouragement and, you know, cultivating the artistic development and nurturing it in people. Because they tell you, when you go to school, if the child can't learn in a way it is being taught, teach the child in a way the child could learn.
And with that, we're going to take a break and we're going to come back and expand on that statement that you just made. We're going to take a break and we're going to be right back with more Brunch, a taste of Tobago. See you guys soon.
Right now, Tobagonians are just currying down to Bonaccord, right in Stobie Local Road. You know why? To come down and shop at Authentic Builders General Hardware, the only hardware store in Tobago that is giving you guys Trinidad prices. So for instance, such as steel, 1/2 inch and 5/8, $7,895. 5/8 construction ply for $260. Every single thing that you will need to do your home renovation or start your new construction, we have it right here. And to get your quotation, it's very easy. Just WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will do your free WhatsApp quotation for you.
can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Brunch, a taste of Tobago. I am seated with one of my very esteemed mentors, Mr. Gilbert Happy O'Connor, and we were just talking during the break about the elders sometimes not giving the youth a chance to really say what needs to be said or explore themselves and their creativity, their art, their talents positively. And what would you say in terms of where we're going? Are we on the right track with really listening to our youth in culture today? What would you say?
Well, the thing is that more and more I have seen the youths, sometimes the youths taking the bull by the horns, you understand?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And because when the elders tend to be hesitant, right? And the youth start to see things from a different angle. And that's where you have that sort of conflict. But we must have more and more intergenerational transactions. Good?
Yes.
And the elders have to understand that the youths, they have the know-how of the technology, while the elders would have the stories. Let us have a good transaction where the knowledge.
Let's be cohesive. We must be so entwined that our culture and our stories are told, but we're also inventors and innovators of what these stories are. Yeah?
Fantastic. So that when the youth or the young, they trust the elders and the elders trust them, okay? And we work together. When the elders having problems like with online banking and that kind of thing, the youth can readily help us say, hey, no, this is how it goes. And, and we can still want to put free money under the mattress if we can't have some. So we must develop that type of trust.
Definitely.
And get the story. And I think this is one of my strong points in working with young people. Give them an opportunity to shine. Good. I am not the person with all the answers. I am not the sage on the stage. I'm a facilitator of learning.
Yes.
I help you to find yourself, right? I stimulate you and I try to draw out from you and help you to release what you have inside you.
Definitely. And that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
That's what we should aspire to as not just educators, but basically elders. Like you said, the elders have the stories. But that's what they are and remain, stories. If it is not channeled in the way that it should be told and marketed and, having the world see what a Tobagonian is all about, what the Tobagonian culture is all about. And we have to really recognize the efforts of persons such as yourself. So when I heard that you were going to be here, on Brunch. I was really excited to have you. I've been waiting to, have this type of conversation for a while now. So I was really happy that you were, gracing us on Brunch today. So tell us, I'm looking at these lovely replicas here. Tell us a bit about what we have on the table today.
Well, this is part of a project I started during COVID time. And I started to call it Heritage in Your Waist.
Oh, nice.
Not in your WEIST, but in your WASTE. You understand? Because what you see in here is newspaper, right?
Okay. Just lift it for me.
Right. Now,
right.
This is a motorcycle. And again, I learned this craft on YouTube, Professor YouTube.
Okay.
Good. And all these are different paper tubes that would have rolled and flattened and shaped into this intricate motorcycle here.
Lovely. It's a lovely design.
Right?
Let me do my Vanna White moment. Yes.
Right, and this is one of the things. And the thing with this, what I discovered, because many times we tend to live in the past or we live too far in the future and forget about the moment. And when you get into craft work, like creativity, you are within the moment.
Definitely.
And you dance with the time and the rhythm. You become one. And it's a powerful type of meditation.
Yes, it is.
And it keeps you centered. And these are the... And then this one here is an African doll motorcycle park up there. Good? And all these are newspaper. This is cone. These are cones that you use. You have a major cone which goes around the waist here. And these are cones inverted to make the flute.
Right.
Right? And this is the rings, paper rings on which it sits. And these are paper. And that's a hard paper curl.
So it's all paper?
Yeah, all paper, right? Good.
As you can see, this delicious design is made from newspaper. And as we go through our days, let us remember to recycle, folks. Let us remember to preserve and protect our planet.
Heritage in your waist.
Yes.
Because, so there's never a dull moment for me. I'm always creating something.
Yeah.
Good. This is sit and find work for idle hands and minds to do. I mean, my mind, I'm never idle. There's never a dull moment, and that's what it's all about.
It's just the creativity, and you're always buzzing with that. So put it to good use. You might as well put it to good use.
Of course. I mean,
yeah.
I put it to good use with you folks when I interacted
with you. Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here today. That's why we, most of us, stayed in TV, in television, whether it be production, videographer, editor, camera work. Yeah, most of us stayed in that realm. And I think it's because of persons like yourself. Getting on stage or being in front of an audience is like a next level type of thing.
Of course.
Yeah, and I remember the first time that I ever did any type of MC work ever in my entire life was under your stewardship. And, it's nerve-wracking, but it's also exciting. It stimulates you because you have to think on your feet. You have to invite the audience in. You have to not be boring.
Right.
And so it's all of those things coupled into one. And you either have it or you don't. It's something that's natural.
I recognize you had it, so I'll
nudge
you.
We
had our little moments.
Because as young people, you think that you know everything. You tend to be defiant at points in your life. So you think that you know everything. But when you get older, you realize, okay, this was really for my benefit. This was really to bring this side out. Yeah.
And it always brought a smile to her face to see, when you get a little resistance. No, she ain't seen what further down the road.
Yeah,
so
what's down the road.
Sometimes, and that's what it pays off in the air when you look back and say, you see you.
It does.
That's what he was doing to me.
It does.
And that's what it's all about. And, I have to thank Mousica, Mrs. Coffee, And you know, we have some Mausica products in the society people may not know. Well, Mike Duncan has gone into the great beyond. Great guy, Michael Duncan. Good. Dr. Easton Mackenzie is still around. Annette Alfred is still around. You know, I am still around. All products of Mausica and all the Mausica and Carlston Gray, all those people who went through Mausica came out with a certain amount of creativity and enthusiasm about it.
Yeah.
And when I was leaving Trinity College, Mrs. Coffey called me and said, Mr. Happy, when you leave here, please keep on singing your calypsos for me, because she saw that. You know, she saw that future in me.
Yeah.
And I came out of Trinity College in 1971, and it was no song, but then it was Wine and Woman for about 7 years. And then I realized I found myself living in a rent house, and I said, no, this wouldn't do.
Yeah.
And I heard Mrs. Coffey voice saying to me again, Mr. Happy, please keep on singing your calypso.
Yeah, and change that trajectory.
Yeah. And I just got going. Jerry Stewart wasn't too far from me. Alvin Peer wasn't too far from me. I was in Sanctus Hill. And one thing led to the other. I got onto the professional stage in 1979. I became internal self-government calypso monarch in 1979.
Oh, wonderful.
Because, there's only one internal self-government calypso monarch ever, because after that, the House of Assembly came into being, because this particular competition was to herald in the House of Assembly coming.
You know, and we're getting ready to wrap, but before we do that, tell me just a bit about, now I have been following Pleasure Pirates from since I don't know when. You managed to really fuse theater and music and drama into one magnificent ball of stage presentation. Yourself and Mr. Ian Baines, Mr. Michael Duncan, Mr. Gordon, you know, and some of the persons, the stalwarts that I just mentioned, are no longer with us. You know, how was that for you and the group as a whole?
You know, the start of Pleasure Pirates was great under Dr. Easton Mackenzie. She came to us, to myself and Mike. She said, Gilly, Mike, we have a man down in Kinande, Banaccord. He want a group. I tell him I have a group, could come by him. And that was it in 1992 we started. And we pulled the team together and we kept going. Oh yes, there were a lot of different individual styles, but you had to blend yourself and bob and weave to make it happen.
Yes.
And we had that journey going on until, well, Mike went on, Mr. Gordon had stopped and gone into Pan full time. Ian eventually went to Trinidad. Mike went on.
Yes, no
and
longer
I am
with
the
us.
lone pirate now. I'm still entertaining in the, you know, I myself, Happy the edutainer.
Yes.
Because I say eat, drink, be merry, and sing along with Happy. And I am having fun doing my edutainment, going along. So, and this was a move away from the calypso. You know, I moved from calypso competitively, you know, at the height of my game in 1994. I didn't go back to defend my crown in 1995 because there was too much bitterness in calypso and things, and I just packed up my shoes and walked into the doors of the hotel in a big way. And I've been there ever since. And I come back out to calypso now and then, but
but you found your niche and you went with it.
And that's it. And the kind of stories I tell from the old time calypso point of view to fit in with my styling, excellent.
Yes.
Wonderful. It keeps me going. The folks out there happy. A new audience, a new type of experience.
Well, we are definitely happy. We are definitely humbled. We are excited, you know, as you progress on your journey. It's wonderful having you on set. We are about to wrap. A lot of things to talk about. However, we are out of time. So we want to thank Mr. Gilbert Happy O'Connor for gracing the brunch set today. From our family to yours, we wish you blessings and success in whatever you endeavor to do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for
being
coming.
here.
Thank you.
Keep the good works.
Definitely, definitely.
And tell our story. Keep telling our story.
Yes, that's important. That's important. So before we take a break, guys, our trivia question for today. This is good. You guys should get this one. It says, who was credited as one of the main inventors of the steel pan? Let me say that again. Who was credited as one of the main inventors of the steel pan? Get to typing. We want to see your answers. And we will be right back with more Brunch, a taste of Tobago. See you.
Are you flood ready? Review and update insurance coverage. Install floodgates and barriers. Create a family flood plan. An initiative to help people prevent, prepare, recover. Tatil, where people are people.
Mamai Lakai Home Services. We specialize in cleaning of carpets and rugs, mattresses, living room and dining room sets, vehicle detailing, cleaning and sanitizing of homes and commercial spaces. We also do landscaping and tree cutting, pressure and power washing, floor care, fumigating and air purifying. You can also call us for professional painting services, babysitting and adult sitting. Call us now 333-4430 at Mamai Lakai Home Services. We take cleaning to another level. Jimmy's Holiday Resorts has 1, 2 and 3 bedroom fully self-contained apartments located at the heart of Crown Point. Minutes walk to the popular beaches, restaurants, bars and the airport. Enjoy our amazing amenities such as fully equipped apartments complete with Wi-Fi, AC, TV and a pool and a mini-mart on the compound. Call 639-8292 or 8929. Jimmy's Holiday Resorts is your family's home away from home.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
October will never be better. With Tobago, carnival fever. Okay, passage and come on over.
The best place to stay in Tobago is at Thorn's Place with rates starting as low as 200 TT. Call or WhatsApp 745-7306 or 682-8676. We are located uptown Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port. Remember, at Thorn's Place, our aim is to make your stay safe and affordable.
Are you flood ready? Recycle and properly dispose of large waste. Avoid sweeping yard clippings or trash into drains. Plant trees to avoid soil erosion. An initiative to help people prevent, prepare, recover. Tatil, where people are people.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
If you see or know about a crime, report a crime safely and anonymously. Call 800-TIPS. Help stop crime. You can play your part safely and anonymously. Report a crime. Earn a reward. Call 800-TIPS. Help stop crime. Be a hero. Champion. Fearless citizen. Be a crime stopper safely and anonymously. Call 800-TIPS. Help stop crime.
Excel Spa by Haley, where our highly trained staff are ready to deliver the top-class services in facial massages, waxing, nail enhancement and body treatment. We are ideally located at Coco Avenue, Switzerland, Tobago. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TripAdvisor, or you can call us on 730-0149. Exhale Spa by Haley. Relax, renew, and rejuvenate.
Brunch, a taste of Tobago. I was just having a delicious and delightful conversation with my next guest. Kadissa Alexander joins us on the Brunch set, and Kadissa is the director, owner, and proprietor of Sculpt Ties. Now, Sculpt Ties has to do with body sculpting, contouring, and it's also a medical spa. But I'm just giving you a tip of the iceberg. I'm going to allow Kadissa to speak on her wonderful business. So Kadissa, thank you so much for joining us on Brunch. And I love your ensemble. It comes together very, fluid and, effortless. And I love it. As soon as you walked in, I said, I have to compliment you on that. Before my mind gets overshadowed, let me tell Kadissa about her lovely. And I thank you so much. So tell me about Sculpt Ties. What is it that Sculpt Ties does?
So basically, we are fully into the entire body contouring, fat loss, skin tightening, that taking care of your body.
Right.
So mainly, we help persons, both men and women, regain their confidence in themselves. So our treatments are non-invasive, so you don't have to go under a knife. We have really good treatments for like cellulite reduction, chin fat reduction. We do the butt, breast, and hip dip fillers because the big butt and breast is a big thing now. And all of our products are organic, safe, no downtime, no side effects.
Ooh, I love, you see the no side effects part. I love that, because that is one of the concerns that I keep hearing that many people have with even considering doing procedures such as these, the side effects. And so what about the clients that do you have your clientele? Do you have a huge clientele? How is your clientele at this point in time?
So for a small business, because I consider myself a small business, we do have a wide clientele. We are primarily based in Trinidad. So we have 3 locations in Trinidad: San Fernando, Tunapuna, and Woodbrook. And we have a pretty good clientele in Tobago because we are here every 2 weeks.
Ooh.
And we are soon setting up a permanent location.
Yay! Tobago.
We love our Tobago clients.
Yes.
We absolutely love them.
Yes. And how long does a procedure, like let's say I'm doing, I came to do some work on my butt. How long would that take?
The treatment itself or to see results?
No, the treatment itself.
So a filler treatment, which is what we use for the butt, usually takes between 30 minutes to 45 minutes. One of our more prominent treatments is our body contouring sessions.
Right.
So this is strictly non-invasive, just uses a machine, and what it does is break down the fat, tighten the skin in one. So on average, one of our contouring sessions, a client may lose between 1/2 inch to 3 inches on one session. Right. Right now, our more popular treatment is our lemon bottle shots. I don't know if you would have heard of that.
Tell me more.
It's something that's taken over the market now. It's a completely organic injection.
Right. Oh, it's an injection.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what it does, similar to the contouring session, it breaks down the fat, tightens the skin, and in addition to it naturally boosts your metabolism rate. So even while the shot is out of your body's natural ability to break down fat would have been boosted. So far, we have been getting really great results from it. You start to see results within 48 hours. And it's a nice, best part about it is that it's organic. so you don't have to worry about any chemicals being put into your body.
Yes, and that is
Main concern.
amazing because that's the concern. Like I said before, that's the concern that people keep having. So a lot of people, I'm hoping that you guys are watching because I know some people have, apprehensions about certain things and coming and educating us and letting us know, well, okay, hey, the concerns that you're having, you should not be having those concerns. All right, we got you. We are here to make you look and feel better, make you feel more confident in your skin, and that sort of thing. So, how do we find you? Your number, social tags, anything
So
like that?
we can be found on Facebook and Instagram
Mm-hmm.
at Sculptize Body Contouring and
Mhm.
Medical Spa. Our contact is 495-6624.
Mm-hmm.
And once you message us, one of our reps will contact you and we go through a full consultation.
Right.
Consultations are free. And I always encourage clients to ask questions. Ask as many questions as possible. Make sure you know what you're going to do. You
Mhm.
have no doubts, no concerns. We take pride in that.
Yeah.
As I was telling you before, we have personal relationships with all of our clients.
Mhm.
So it's not that you come and then you don't hear from us again.
Right. Yeah, we have some shots on screen here.
Yes.
The results are tremendous. They're amazing. And what is really, so good, so enlightening about it is that the side effects, it brings me back to that because that's all you hear. I am kind of apprehensive. I'm a little reluctant. I don't want to because I'm afraid of putting things into my body and that sort of thing. Yeah.
And what we tend to get a lot of too is persons that suffer with hormonal imbalance, polycystic ovaries and fibroids, because that is
Mhm.
something that you hear a lot of women suffer with these days.
Yeah, definitely.
And our products actually help with those symptoms. It helps to reduce the fibroids,
Mhm.
the cysts. It balances your hormones. And I don't know if you're familiar with these illnesses, these
Mhm.
underlying conditions, is that you gain weight rapidly, but losing the weight becomes a problem.
Yes.
So we have a lot. That's probably one of our biggest clientele because our products actually help you to lose the weight,
Mhm.
fix the problem, and you get to keep off the weight by
Right.
maintaining a healthy lifestyle, of course.
Right.
And with our treatments, it isn't a strict diet. You don't have to worry about going to spend
Mhm.
these expensive,
Yeah, exorbitant fees. Yes.
So basically, what I recommend my clients is to ensure they have breakfast. Old people used to say breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true. So make sure you have a proper breakfast. Incorporate some cardio exercises into your daily routine.
Mhm.
Lots of water, mainly at least 2 liters of water daily.
Daily.
And try to cut out the carbs late at night. But apart from that, you don't have to go on any strict diet that you
Mhm.
cannot maintain
Right.
for a long period of time.
Yeah, because I was about to ask about the maintenance.
Mhm.
When you have the procedure done, we worry about maintaining it afterwards. So you touched on maintaining the procedure, maintaining the body. Do you ever have people who have to come back to do another series of
So I would have had
operations?
1 or 2 persons because, of course, they would come and say, girl, I'd really eat real junk. In these
Mhm.
past few months, I was real stressed out and I fell off the maintenance. But with these treatments, it's just something you do until you get your desired result. So it's not something you have to continuously do.
Okay.
So if your goal is to lose 3-4 inches and you lose that with 2-3 procedures, you just maintain it,
Yeah.
which is what I was just talking about.
Mhm.
And you probably don't have to see me again.
Mhm.
I will still keep in touch, but you probably don't have to come back.
It's
and see me.
basically up to you.
Yeah.
To really do the do, as they say.
Mhm.
What about carnival time? Do you have, because my mind is going towards carnival and just getting that last bit of fat out of the way to fit into this
Mhm.
bikini and this, sexy carnival costume. What about carnival time? You see a lot of persons
Yeah.
coming in? Yeah?
Yes. So even from our next visit, which is Mountain, we are almost fully booked because everybody is getting ready for Carnival. And we do also have a surprise coming up where we may be collaborating with one of Tobago's bands for Carnival.
Okay,
So
good.
you all can stay tuned to the page. We have a lot of giveaways coming up also, especially
Right.
for Carnival, and we have really nice packages to help you fit into that Carnival costume.
Because Carnival is kind of like that time. It's such a showcase. And so you do want to look your best in whatever you wear. So that's why I was asking the question about Carnival, because I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be a busy time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have Trinidad Carnival right around the corner too. So for the rest of the year, it's a busy period.
So how long have you been operating Sculpt Ties? How long have you been in business?
I've been in the business for 4 years, going on 5 years this year.
Mm-hmm.
This is my 3rd year coming to Tobago.
Okay.
So for the last 3 years, I would be in Tobago every 2 weeks religiously.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. You know, I was saying before the break, I love when young persons are doing positive things, and this is something that is definitely impacting humanity because you're making people feel beautiful, you're making people feel confident, in their skin. And I think it's so amazing that the service is not just catering to women or the female dynamic. We're also catering to our male, our kings, or brothers, or uncles. We also cater to them, and that is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. What's next for Sculpt Ties? What's going on? Anything new and exciting?
We are looking at a few new treatments to introduce. We are also looking to expand down the islands. So with God's support, and I put it in God's hand,
Definitely.
it will happen.
Definitely. So I feel I want to come to Sculpt Ties. Let me just tell you a little story. Now, I had my son in 2011, and I had my daughter in 2019. And I just kind of seem to get rid of this pouch. Yeah, I just can't seem to get rid of it. And I'm thinking, okay, what can I do? Maybe I should have a procedure done, and then voila, you're here and you're talking about the exact same thing that I was having a conversation in my mind about. Do you have a lot of persons, the female, especially the female dynamic, that midsection seems to be
not going anywhere.
An issue.
So especially, well, I'm a mother myself. So I get a lot of mothers I could relate to that especially have C-section or just couldn't snap back from that.
Yeah, we're not snatched as we were before.
So as you have kids and then you're so occupied taking care of kids, you lose interest in taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy when I see mothers and older folks coming to take care of themselves. I was like, yes,
we're on the right track.
This is your time to see about you.
Definitely.
And the best part is that because they actually see results, they come back, they stick with their treatments. They feel that extra confidence. Like I would have clients send me photos of them on the beach, and they're like, finally wearing this bikini. I was checking out, and that
so
that just brings a different type of joy
it's
to
a
me.
wonderful feeling. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, definitely.
Because I tell my clients that this isn't just work for me. This is a passion I have. Sometimes I am more excited for their results than them.
Yeah,
themselves.
Definitely. Well, Kadisa, we want to thank you so much for giving us of your time. Thank you so much for your wonderful work, making people feel beautiful, making people look beautiful. It's a beautiful and wonderful thing. And I think you're impacting humanity. So we thank you so much for that. So from our family to yours, we wish you blessings and success in your future endeavors. Yeah?
I will take all those blessings.
Yes,
Thank
we
you
wish
very
you
much
so
for having
much.
me.
You're most welcome. And we're going to take a break, guys. But let me just mention the trivia question again. I'm not sure if anybody got it. Who was credited as one of the main inventors of the steel pan? Yeah. So we're hoping that you can get this correctly. You have any idea who that is? You have any idea on the history of steel pan?
I know the name. I can't remember it right now. It's kicking. But when I saw it, I went and Googled it. I think it's some Simon person.
Yeah, but we're gonna leave it there. The first person to get it with the first name. Yeah, so we're gonna leave it right there. We're gonna be back with more brunch, a taste of Tobago. See you guys soon.
Morning, good morning, put a smile on
Our national borders, our first step to security, but a possible access point for guns, drugs, crime. If it does not look right, do the right thing. Call Crime Stoppers anonymously. 800-8477. Report possible border crime.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your life can't get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house get flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. If sickness catch you off guard. I tell them never ever worry. If times fall on you real hard. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
All soca lovers, stand up. All soca lovers, stand up.
Now, let me tell you guys, there's never a dull moment on the set. We laugh, we make noise, we just have a good old time on Brunch. For those of you joining us for the first time, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and of course the Amplia Network 102. World Steel Pan Day. Oh, what a lovely, lovely, lovely day in the country of Trinidad and Tobago, recognizing our national instrument. And with me, I have someone who is very dear to that movement. He's been waiting to talk to us for a very long time. And today, our brother is back with us. He's like a resident musician, composer on the show. Mr. Duvon Stewart joins us. And we are going to talk about World Steel Pan Day. Duvon, good morning and blessings to you, my brother.
Good morning to you back in Tobago, but I'm in the UK right now. It's 4 p.m. or 12 p.m. here in London, but I'm enjoying everyone.
Yes. So tell me about World Steel Pan Day. What does this mean for Duvon?
Man, first and foremost, I want to say I'm glad that I am alive, that a day like this has finally reached where the people in the steel pan fraternity who contributed immensely, which are the grandmasters and virtuosos, the inventor, the creator, the tuners, the arrangers that paved the way to spread this magnificent gift that God has placed for Trinidad and Tobago to enjoy. Today is a day that we take time to celebrate the gift of coming together as a community, to get a chance to listen to the varieties of musicians and steel pan players and tuners and pan makers and arrangers, to hear the talents all over the world, what I've been doing for all these years. So Winston Spree Simon, Dr. Ellie Manette, Bobby Muhammad, Anthony Williams, Edwin Pouchette, Lennox Pouchette, and the list goes on for the great forefathers and mothers that did their due diligence in harnessing a gift that God has placed for people in Trinidad and Tobago to enjoy. And 11th of August 2023, it's a big historical day for people in steel pan, locally, regionally, internationally, and for me personally too. 40 years in the business, and it has done great things for me. Great things for me in meeting new people, traveling all over the world, spreading the gospel of steel pan music to different universities, clinics, master classes, performing with some notable artists all over the world. Me being crowned Panorama Ranger multiple times all over the world, and it's a great feeling to be in this space and this mindset right now. I could even see on the social media platform presently today, to see the amount of people all the world have gravitated to show the images, to show the videos of their journey in being with this great instrument that God has provided for Trinidad and Tobago, steel pan, the greatest instrument ever created in the world.
And I could not have said it better myself. We pay such a homage to the pioneers, the persons who dared to venture into this, the first inventor, the first oil drum. You know, these are staples of the steel pan movement, and it's wonderful that we are having the opportunity to really harness the craft that is the steel pan. You know, Trinidad and Tobago is unique and will forever be unique in the framework of the world. Steel pan came from us. It was created in some of the poorest slums of Trinidad, and yet it has risen to great expectations. And this has to be a prideful day for you, Duvon. It has to be a prideful day for all of the arrangers, as you said, the enthusiasts, writers, composers, and all those people who endeavor to make the steel pan great. Yeah? So, how does it feel to be a part of education, because you are one of those persons who endeavors to educate no matter where you are, no matter what forum? How does it feel as an educator of the steel pan and the steel pan movement? How does that feel for Duvon?
The feeling is amazing. The feeling is amazing. Sat back in Tobago with the doctrine of the late, great Mrs. Gwyneth Armstrong, who saw magic in me to be a person that can be a motivator, influencer, a person that can become a future household name for this instrument, for the potential that I had shown back in the days when I was living back in Tobago, and to see where I am right now, presently, 40 years in the business, traveling the world globally and touching virgin territories that have never had the opportunity to have this instrument at their disposal. Going to notable universities, high schools, colleges all throughout the world, from Australia, Japan, Maldives, Dubai, India, London, Paris, France, Denmark, Germany, Morocco, Agadir, Cameroon, South Africa. I've toured the world in being one of the gospel tools of the education movement where steel pan is concerned. And I must really, really thank God for blessing me with this ultimate gift in being the person that I am today, and to thank everybody along the journeys that supported my stance going forward, you know. But without saying much, you know, I hope that this day that we have at our disposal, World Steel Band Day, on the educational side, that the government of Trinidad and Tobago are really seeing how loved this instrument is being loved by many people. Back in Trinidad and Tobago, we tend to love steel pan only around Carnival. Only around Carnival time, we tend to love steel pan. And after that, it goes down the drain. There's 9 months or 10 months after, we hear not much about steel pan, but just the competitive aspect of it. We have a school system back in Trinidad and Tobago that still laments on a recorder as the instrument of choice to teach students music, which part the instrument, steel pan, is available and gifted to us from God. And we're still not taking that initiative to put it in the school system full time. It's a proud moment. It's a proud instrument, a proud time that we're living in, that it should be done. It should be done. Thanks to Mr. Bertil Gittins and his team, Mr. Ian Franklin, and there's a lady by the name of Miss Fantastic, who has been instrumental in starting the movement for this day to become what it is today, and recognized on the UN calendar and being accepted as World Steel Band Day. But we need to ask ourselves a question: do we really love steel pan full time, like how we love the Jamaican culture, like how we love the R&B and the hip hop and stuff like that? I was just looking at the program, and you asked the individual next to you who's the name of the individual that was responsible for steel pan being created and invented. It's like asking a kid who is Mark Murray, with a snap of a finger, they know it's Bojo Banton. When you ask them a question about our culture, we never really take time to put these things into place. The educational side of the instrument, where it came from, where it started from, who was the first person that did this, who was the first person that did that, where did it go, who was it, man? Oh, this thing needs tender love and care. Tender love and care. But on the educational side, for Duvon Stewart being a flagship for the instrument, I'm proud of my achievements. I'm proud of where I've been. But we seriously need to take time to sit around the table and ask yourself the question: do you love steel pan?
And you said it so well. Do we love steel pan? The conversation, the narrative needs to be constantly changing with steel pan appreciation, steel pan awareness. And are the powers at be, or the influencers, policymakers, innovators, are these persons having the relevant conversations with persons such as yourself who actually are enthusiasts of the instrument? Do you think that we are having enough conversation on steel pan?
No.
Tell me your thoughts.
We don't really have that much of an open forum conversation to bring these ideas to fruition that many individuals have in their mind to share, and to bring for the fraternity to have open air discussions on. And by we speaking about having this day, World Steel Band Day, yet still the instrument is not the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago as we speak. It's not being proclaimed as the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. But it took the United Nations to give us this day on their calendar to enjoy as World Steel Band Day. Does that say something?
Yeah. You know,
dialogue is needed. Dialogue and conversation is needed. Team love, unity, camaraderie. Put all the animosity. Take the I out of pain and create it to make pan become the mainstay going forward.
Yeah, I love that. Take the I out of pain, and let's turn that into the positivity that is steel pan. Because as long as we have persons such as yourself, the enthusiasm, the passion, the willingness to educate and integrate and implement policies. This is what we need to further push ourselves as Trinbagonians, push our culture as Trinbagonians. And the steel pan is such an important staple of that. And I hope that moving forward, I hope that persons are looking on, I hope that persons are following and really listening to the conversation that we're having right now. As you said, it's something that we keep, it's like a turntable. We keep talking about the same thing over and over and over. And yet the implementation and representation that is needed is not being fruited. It's not coming to fruition.
Fruition, but yet still, Rome wasn't built in a day, and that where there's a will, there's a way, and it wouldn't go down happen like this all the time. But one good day, somebody is going to take it up and run with it, like how we supposed to run with it, and have it as our showpiece of where we can. I'm in London, and I just came back from doing a performance at a college where they have a summer camp going on, and I was introducing the instrument to the kids, and I asked them, "What's the name of this instrument?" Some say it's a steel drum. Correct. Where's the steel drum come? Where was the steel drum? Where was the steel drum invented and created? The first answer that came out the back was Jamaica. No, this is I'm not lying to you.
So we have work to do.
We need to have our culture, not just steel pan alone, our culture. Know who the grandmasters and virtuosos are. Learn about how clips were started, how pan started. What is the real meaning, the real global value that this instrument can give off to people? That's what I'm saying. Celebrating the day is nice, and I greatly appreciate the day. But we need to dig deep down in ourselves and ask ourselves the question: how we can go forward to make this instrument become a leading showpiece, a leading gift that God gave us to showcase to the world. There are a lot of countries around the world that doesn't even know that steel pan exists.
Definitely true. Definitely.
But then we need to ask ourselves the question: what are the powers that sit on the high chairs going to do now? Seeing that the love, camaraderie, togetherness, and unity that is brought to light today, the radio stations back in Trinidad pump and pan only today, and after today they go back to the regular schedule. Why is that? Only around Panorama time you see the love and the camaraderie for pan. After Panorama is done, that's it. Why we can't continue it, having it going on, just like how the New York train stations run every minute, every hour, every second. Have pan on the circulating on the radio stations and the TV stations, and so don't wait for an event to come around to show steel pan. But yes, the Trinidad and Tobago celebrated 50 years of independence, but we brought Damien Jr. Gong Mali to perform in the National Stadium for our people at independence. And now Jamaica feeling the Jamaica is now feeling disrespected, seeing that they gave Marshall Montano the keys to Jamaica.
Yeah, and that's a whole other issue there. Yeah, because that's Caribbean identity and all of that. Yeah.
The main thing I try to bring is the question that I asked: do we really love steel pan? Do we really love this instrument that we have? Do we see the fact and value to pay special respect to these brothers and sisters that toiled, that gave up their lives, husband leaving their wives, wives leaving their husbands, fighting, bloodshed, all the things that was made possible back in the day. We need to see this nice chrome, well fabricated oil drum that is so musically gifted now that you could play anything from Mozart to Tchaikovsky, from Beethoven to Chopin, from J. Beyonce, from Fela Kuti to Femi, from Burna Boy, this kid, back here in Trinidad, from from Marshall Montano to Sherwin Winchester. The instrument has no limitations. There's no grounds that bordered where steel pan music stuff. The love that we have for this thing is like preparing a nice Sunday meal where we all eat, smile, and have a grand time.
Definitely. And you guys heard it from the man, Devon Stewart. Definitely the passion, the love, the enthusiasm, and just basically wanting to see Steel Pan at the top of where it needs to be, that top pyramid, that creme de la creme, cream of the crop, as the instrument and innovation that it is. So thank you so much, Duvon. I love the fact that you mentioned your mentors. You mentioned the persons who would have been coming along with you on that journey. You did not take the spotlight on yourself because it was not just you getting you to this point. You mentioned the important persons who took you under their wing and gave you of their time without question or pause. And that is one of the things I enjoy when I'm speaking with you, because there's always that passion, and I know with persons like you, I personally feel that our instrument, our steel pan movement is in the right hands. But also, there is work to be done. There's a lot of work to be done. Yeah?
There's work done in everything, not just steel pan, but yet still being it as a gift from Trinidad and Tobago from God. A lot more emphasis supposed to be paid on it. I just want to extend my sincere congratulations to the brothers and sisters in Tobago that play the instrument, that arranges on the instrument, that makes the instrument. Delbert Henry, bumper to bumper, the guy in charge of they call him Deuce, Frank Stanislaus, Mr. Bertil Sinclair, and upcoming champion arrangers, Kirsch Ramsey, O.J. Richards, Leandro Nore, Gerard Balfour, all these brothers that the island have right now, they should be feeling proud and happy to know that this instrument gave them a life, it gave them a hope, it gave them a reason to go forward for. It gave them Duvon Stewart to be at a place where I can encourage and can make them feel much more worthy of themselves, knowing that they see me as a role model, they see me as an icon, they see me as a legend in their eye, but I always have conversations with them to go where no man has gone before. This instrument is the truth, the way, and the light. And we are very, very thankful for this God-given day, the 11th of August, where Steel Pan Day is being celebrated in Trinidad and Tobago, regionally, internationally, and throughout galaxy. It's only pan. It's only pan right now.
Well, Duvon, I can say no more after that. You said it beautifully. You said it so eloquently, and I can't top that. So I'm not even going to try. But I do wish you the best. I do wish you success. I do wish you all of the blessings that are yours. And from our family to yours, we wish you good vibrations, good vibes, positive vibes. And we want to thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. It is definitely a wonderful day, World Steel Pan Day. Thank you for us having that appreciation while we're still around to see it and experience it. So, Duvon, thank you so much again. And blessings to you and your family. Thank you for joining us on Brunch today.
In Tobago, remember, I love you. I love you. Thanks so much for your love and support given to I. Love you, Tobago.
And we love you too. We love you too. So you take care and God's blessings to you. So, guys, our trivia question, I feel that I need to mention it again. I'm not seeing anybody getting it. Who was credited as one of the main inventors of the steel pan? It's Steel Pan Day, World Steel Pan Day, appreciation, awareness, love. We celebrate excellence. We celebrate the innovation that is the steel pan. But who was credited as one of the main inventors of this wonderful instrument? So get into typing, and we're going to take a break. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, a taste of Tobago. See you guys soon.
in recognition to World Steel Pan Day. Ricardo and the Pan Line crew want to say happy Steel Pan Day to you. You know what I'm saying? With the world here, with the globe, you see how we nice. Everything nice. Let's take a little thing. Alright? Happy Steel Pan Day. The music. Once again, we want to say happy Steel Pan Day, and we're here in the globe having a good time. Don't forget, the Pan Line will be coming soon. Hope you enjoyed. Happy Steel Pan Day.
Are you flood ready? Monitor trusted sources for info. Wear protective gear when you clean up. Contact your insurance provider to assess the damage. An initiative to help people prevent, prepare, recover. TATIL, where people are people.
Inner Health, number 13B, Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago, with over 25 years experience offering services in and not limited to microscopic blood analysis, reflexology, and the sale of a wide range of organic herbal products used to supplement thyroid, lymphatic, heart, kidney, and brain health, and the male and female reproductive systems. Come and chat with us. Remember, your health is your wealth.
From the experts that created the Zinger sandwich comes the KFC Crispy Barbecue Zinger.
The only one I see is you.
Cheddar cheese, crispy onions, the most delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken, and barbecue sauce. Get ready for a whole new level of flavor.
Right now, Tobagonians are just currying down to Bonaccord, right in Stobie Local Road. You know why? To come down and shop at Authentic Builders General Hardware, the only hardware store in Tobago that is giving you guys Trinidad prices. So for instance, such as steel, half-inch and 5/8, $7,895. 5/8 construction ply for $260. Every single thing that you will need to do your home renovation or start your new construction, we have it right here. And to get your quotation, it's very easy. Just WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will do your free WhatsApp quotation for you.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
you flood ready? Review and update insurance coverage. Install floodgates and barriers. Create a family flood plan. An initiative to help people prevent, prepare, recover. TATIL, where people are people.
Mamai Lakai Home Services. We specialize in cleaning of carpets and rugs, mattresses, living room and dining room sets, vehicle detailing, cleaning and sanitizing of homes and commercial spaces. We also do landscaping and tree cutting, pressure and power washing, floor care, fumigating and air purifying. You can also call us for professional painting services, babysitting and adult sitting. Call us now 333-4430 at Mamai Lakai Home Services. We take cleaning to another level. Jimmy's Holiday Resorts has 1, 2 and 3 bedroom fully self-contained apartments located at the heart of Crown Point. Minutes walk to the popular beaches, restaurants, bars and the airport. Enjoy our amazing amenities such as fully equipped apartments complete with Wi-Fi, AC, TV and a pool and a mini-mart on the compound. Call 639-8292 or 8929. Jimmy's Holiday Resorts is your family's home away from home.
With Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Now, it is World Steel Pan Day in the country of Trinidad and Tobago. And as we celebrate and commemorate and just basically pay homage to the pioneers who started this wonderful movement, this wonderful instrument, we speak with some enthusiasts today. And one of those persons, I am very privileged and honored, joining me is Mr. Brian Thomas. Now, Brian has been waiting. I've been waiting to talk to you for so long. I remember meeting you about 2-3 weeks ago and asking you, when are you going to come on the show? And you are here today. So we are talking World Steel Pan Day. Yeah, so it's a privilege, a pleasure to have you. Tell us about what's going on for World Steel Pan Day. Firstly, what does it mean to you being the chairman of this Pan Trinbago organization, Tobago Zone? How is it for you today on this special occasion?
Well, good day to you. Good day to you. How you're going?
I'm
We go
good.
way back,
Yes.
Yeah, so because that today we are celebrating World Steel Pan Day. That sounds so nice in the air. World Steel
Yeah.
Pan. Yeah, so all the time it was something national, and now it's all international. It was inducted by United Nations on the 24th of July last month. So now the entire world is going to be celebrating World Steel Pan Day. So we have a lot of activities planned. Today I'm actually in Trinidad. I'm about to head to Port of Spain, where we're going to have celebrations from 12 noon. And those celebrations will have steel pans all over the village, all the city of Port of Spain, from 12 noon to midnight tonight. So that is planned for Trinidad for today. And then we have different organizations, different steel bands, different countries will be doing their celebration simultaneously. But in Tobago, on Sunday, we are going to have our celebration at the Boko Beach facilities at 7:30 p.m. on Sunday. This is this Sunday, the 13th, at the Boko Beach facilities car park. The Tobago arm of Pan Trinbago is going to have its celebration. On that time, we're going to have 5 steel pans. Those steel pans are Alpha Pan Pioneers, Plymouth Bethesda, Steel Sensation, the First Citizens Tobago Panthers, Cats and Jammers, and the NLCB Buccaneers.
This is such a wonderful initiative, Brian. I'm so privileged that I'm getting the chance to speak to you. I have known you for a very long time, and you were always very passionate about PAN, the awareness, the education. I remember sitting in on conversations, and it was typically just about PAN, and it's
Yes.
so enlightening. It's so heartwarming to see you at this juncture, to see you at this phase in your life where you get to really enjoy what is World Steel Pan Day. We have this trajectory that we continue to follow where we don't honor our icons and our pioneers when they are alive. This is still something that is being, echoed through the width and breadth of Trinidad and Tobago. But we are moving a bit into another direction, a more positive one. And World Steel Pan Day is one of those events that will be living on from generation to generation in years to come. But Brian, let's talk about your involvement in Steel Pan, your involvement in the Steel Pan movement. How did this start for you? Because I have to go back and get just a little backstory, and then we go and we take the journey forward. But how did you start in Steel Pan?
Right. So ironically, the motto or the phrase behind this year's World Steel Pan Day celebration is from behind the bridges to the world. And that says a lot. Right, so there is where now the steel band, as we said, it was born out of oppression and always has been a struggle and to find its place into society. And now that we are recognized internationally, that is something that is really significant to the steel band community and to me myself, because I have been toiling, on a personal note, I've been toiling behind the national instrument for a very long time. It taught me a lot in life, discipline, um, taught me how to be patient. It taught me a lot. And if we look at the steel pan in that manner, we, our persons or individual, can learn a lot. Because, for example, we at the Tobago region, we are using the steel pan as a crime plan. By having events like on Sunday, we have bands practicing. When you have bands practicing, you have members in the pan tent. When you have members in the pan tent, you have them off the streets. So there are less opportunities for them to get them into trouble. So that is Panchumbego's contribution to the crime situation in the country. And the more people you have in the pan tent on a nightly basis, it is better for crime. Right? It is better that you have less crime. And by having activities as such as those on Sunday, and people coming out to support these activities, it lends to our crime plan and it lends to less crime in this society.
And do you think the youngsters, because I always have to speak on my young people, my princes and my princesses, are they taking up that mantle of wanting to learn the steel pan? Are they excited? Are they enthusiastic about being involved with the steel pan movement? How has that been for you? What are the young people saying about the
Yes,
pan?
yes. I wrote, he had a song that said, my merchant said pan in danger. But I don't see it. I don't see it. Steel pans has been took a 360, not a 360, a 180. So moving from in danger to something that is prevalent into society now. Because when you watch at the bands, all the players are young players. The older persons are the supporters. So it goes hand in hand. So the young people are interested in playing the steel pan. For example, the RBC Redemption Songsetters is carrying on a pan class right now in Tobago, and they have about 60 students practicing right now as we speak. So the young people, they are interested in playing it, and I don't think pan is in danger where players are concerned, but we can always have more players. The support base is there. So because now you're seeing pan events back again, which is something very nice. And now we are seeing events that are heavily and patronized, and the crowds are getting bigger and bigger. So, that is something that is really, really good and a positive note for the Steel Pan Society.
Definitely. And your brother in the steel pan movement, we just spoke with him, Mr. Duvon Stewart was on minutes before you were, and he was talking about the inclusion of pan in the educational curriculum. He made comparisons to the recorder being the instrument of choice. And I said, I have to keep this in my mind because I want to ask Brian how he feels about having a greater presence of steel pan in the curriculum of our schools. Give me your thoughts on that, Brian.
Well, I agree 110% with Mr. Stewart where that is concerned. I don't think the recorder, especially in a place like Trinidad and Tobago, should be even a part of your book list as your first choice of instrument. I always said when my children are going to secondary school, they are going to have two pan sticks and
Yes.
not a record. Yes, so I agree with him where that is concerned. Sadly, now the panel school program in Tobago is not up and running as yet, post COVID. But I know we have been having discussions with the Division of Education of getting that up and running, and what involvement, if any, Pan Tobago is going to have in the running of the panel school program. We hope that we have input in it, and that we can, assist in creating a robust curriculum where pan in school is concerned, because this is where we have to use as the nursery for all the community bands. And by starting them off in the school, we can achieve what is needed to making this thing a national instrument. And I must say that with the only thing left to do is to proclaim the steel pan as a national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago, so we can meet at that stage at where the steel pan needs to go.
Yes, definitely. And I love the words that you're using. Proclaim. You have to bring these things into fruition. These things need to be it's not just about saying or making a statement, but you have to declare it and ensure that it comes to fruition, because at this point our cultural identity is so important, and the steel pan is such an instrumental part of who we are as Trinidad and Tobago. So I'm sensing in your passion that yes, we're on the right path, but we have some work to do. We still need to have the narrative change when it comes to steel pan and awareness. We also need to have education, which is another thing that you spoke about. The educational system needs to be more robust when dealing with steel pan and steel pan awareness, steel pan as an instrument, steel pan musically, and the never-ending progress of the steel pan movement. So, what is next for Brian? What's next with you? What's next with steel pan? What's next with Tobago on a whole? What's next? Anything new and exciting?
Well, on a personal note, I am happy and to have the opportunity to be here as the chairman of Pan Tobago, Tobago region, for this significant event. I also am a manager of a band, it's for Citizens Tobago Panthers. We are doing our own thing, community work, continuing that on that level. As for the island wide of the island of Tobago, as you may know, this month is Pan Month. So we're going to have different events during the month. On the 27th, we are going to have our church service. We call it the Blessing of the Flags, where the bands come and we bless their flags. I know and hope for good things to happen throughout the year. Trinbago, Tobago region, we are also preparing for the upcoming Tobago Carnival. Of the most thought of event is the Pan and Powder event. We are preparing for that. It's going to be a movie this year. Yeah, it's going to be a movie, so you have to look out for that. The Pan and Powder, one of the biggest events to happen in the Tobago Carnival last year, and this year it should be even bigger and better. So that is something to look forward to. So I would also like to thank the supporters who come out night after night to support the Pan every time we have an event. Because without you, I don't think any of this can happen. So thanking the supporters and also the players. Right. So Pan Trinbago is doing its part to correct the social ills of the nation by keeping the children or the players off the street, and by you all coming out or people coming out and support events, we can achieve this goal. So we are just asking for coming out on Sunday, the 13th, at the Boko Beach facilities to support our World Steel Band Day celebration concert. It's going to be a really, really nice event. Come socialize, listen to the bands, and give your support 100%.
Definitely. Brian, I could talk to you all day. You know that.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
we are
yes.
out of time. We need to wrap. But before we do that, let me just say thank you for being with us. Thank you for taking the time. I know you're super busy and you took the time to speak to us on Brunch. All right. Just mention the event again on Sunday. I just want to make sure the viewers heard about it. Just mention the event again that's coming up on Sunday before we wrap.
So the event Sunday is the World Steel Band Day concert, the Tobago edition. It's on at the Boko Car Park facilities at 7:30 p.m. We are going to have 5 steel bands taking part, which is the Plymouth Bethesda Steel Sensation, NLCB Buccaneers, Alpha Pan Pioneers, First Citizens, Tobago Panthers, and Cats and Jammers. All bands are practicing hard to come. Going to have a friendly rival. The atmosphere is going to be great. Of course, it's a Sunday school event also. So, come out, enjoy the music and socialize. I know you're going to meet up on people that you didn't see in a while. These kind of events are very nice social events. And that is an aspect of Pan that is always misunderstood. It's also a social event. Right? So come out on Sunday and enjoy the evening proceedings.
Definitely something that we do not want to miss. Brian, once again, thank you so much for talking with me today. It was indeed an honor and a pleasure. And I love your passion about the steel pan. And it's only fitting that you're talking with us today for World Steel Pan Day. So again, we wish you all the best. We wish you success in your endeavors. And from our family to yours, blessings. All right, so we're going to wrap. We're going to take a break. But before we do that, let me just mention the trivia question once again. Who was credited as one of the main inventors of the steel pan? Who was credited as one of the main inventors of the steel pan? All right, we're going to be right back with Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. Remember, we love you, we care, and we are here to inform, inspire, empower, and educate. We will be right back with more Brunch, a Taste of Tobago.
It's a different type of thing down there. Man, we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
October will never be better. With Tobago, carnival fever. Okay, passage and come on over.
was listening to the song yesterday, and it's so ironic. Accomplished pianist, Mr. Keyshawn Julian, doing that ever popular Michael Jackson classic Rock With You. Definitely innovator in his own right. Thank you so much, Keyshawn. And a happy World Steel Pan Day to you. We are really, really sad we have to leave you. That was it for Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. I am your host, J.W. Moore, aka J Soul. And as we leave you, let me give you the trivia. Let me say the question again. Who was credited as one of the main inventors of the steel pan? Okay, guys, the answer is Winston Spree Simon. Yes, Winston Spree Simon. Yeah, and as we celebrate World Steel Pan Day, let us remember the pioneers, the men and women who were fearless and fought for this instrument without question or pause. From our family to yours, we wish you God's blessings, and we also want to say peace, love, and light. You have been viewing Brunch, A Taste of Tobago, and we will see you on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.